Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Sophie and I run the small business Sophie in Somerset. I'm a traditional artist turning my art into largely stationery based products such as prints, bookmarks and stickers. And today we are making over the studio. I think I mentioned it in my last studio vlog that this was coming. So to give you a bit of context, if you're new here, I previously had a studio out in the garden, in a garden shed, which is most people's dream of having a garden studio. However, although my husband and my dad did their best to insulate it, it was still quite damp in the winter, obviously certainly cold. It didn't have electric, so I couldn't have heating out there. And I had to rely on natural light. And then also, I have a little boy. He is 2 now, coming up 3 in the summer. Can't believe it. So when I had him, I do a lot of my art in nap times and when he's going down at night. He doesn't need you in the room now, but we like to stay upstairs whilst he's going down until he's asleep. So that's when I do a lot of my art. Obviously, I do get some weekends when hubby's home. But largely, I need to be in the house when he's asleep. So we moved the studio into our box room. We live in a 3-bedroom house. Little man's got the 2nd bedroom, so I'm here in this box room. And initially, it worked really, really well. It was a massive upgrade from the shed, but it's just become cluttered. I just dump stuff in here when we have people to stay, or when it's birthdays and Christmases. Presents get shoved in here. When people's over, the washing gets shoved in here. Everything gets shoved in here, and it's become a place that I don't really want to come to, which is a real shame. And if you watched my last video, well, I think I did a paint with me of a kingfisher, and in my studio vlog, I talked about how my art style is kind of evolving and it's going into more. Because I dabbled in digital art, and it's actually reignited my passion for traditional art, but more realistic traditional art. I went down a more illustrative route for a while, but I'm just falling in love again with mixed media, with acrylics, with gouache, with pastels, with coloured pencils. And all of my art supplies in here are really difficult to get to. There's not much room. And when you do a mixed media, when you've got lots of mediums on the go, when things need to dry, I've been doing some bigger canvases pieces. I'm actually looking at a big canvas piece right now whilst I'm talking. There's just not enough room for everything in this room. But I think we can't change the size of the room, and I can't go elsewhere. But what we can do is have clever storage solutions, I think, and have a bit of a switch around, and also a major declutter. I really need to declutter. So this is what this video is going to be. I will switch the camera around in a moment and show you the hot mess that this room. Please don't judge. I'm really hoping that other creatives watching this have similar messes of rooms, because I'm actually a little bit embarrassed at how the state that it's got to. So I will show you before. I want to go out and see if we can find some really cute decor items. I don't want it to become cluttered, but I want it to become a sanctuary again. Because I also work part-time in a school. So when I'm not in my part-time job, when I'm not looking after my toddler, I can come in here, I can be like, and just create. And I've lost that love of coming in here and it being my sanctuary. And I think you can see that in art as well. So I want to get a few cute decor items. We're going to be taking any items that I get rid of, any art supplies, to a local scrap store that's near me. It's run by adults with learning disabilities. It's a store where they sell off scrap and like partially used or opened or sometimes brand new art supplies. You can buy it for cheap, but you can also donate. So I'm going to go and donate all of my stuff there, because some of it's still really good products. So it would be a shame to send it to landfill, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to do that. And we're also, going to get some new furniture. I'm going to sell a bit of furniture as well. Lots going on in this video. I do want to do a quick unboxing with you in a second, but I think before we do that, I'm going to give you a look at the room now. So it's currently Tuesday, what day are we on? Tuesday the 8th of April. Oh, I'm looking at my calendar and I'm wondering why I can't work out the date. It's because it's still on March. I think we're on Tuesday the 8th of April. I'm on school holidays from school. However, little man is still at nursery for this week, so we get 2 weeks off, and his nursery is only shut for the second week of those holidays. So I'm making the most of it this morning. I've got an hour left now to kind of make a start on starting to declutter. I probably won't film that because obviously when you film it, it takes longer. But I will give you a bit of a tour now of what the hot mess it is, do the unboxing. And then tomorrow I'm going out with my mum and little man, and we're going to go to B&M, and we're also going to go round a local garden centre. I'm hoping there'll be some nice home decor stuff that I can pick up. And then I'm back in here on Friday when little man is at nursery again. He's in there for 3 hours, so I'm going to use that time. I also need to fill up all of his Easter egg hunt eggs. You don't need to know that, but I need to get that kind of prep done whilst he's out the way. If you're a mum, you know you've got to do these kind of things when they don't see stuff. So I do have to do that in the morning. But apart from that, I'm going to clear the sideboard that's in front of me that you're sitting on right now, because this, even though it's a beautiful piece of furniture, it's really clunky, and I can't get much storage in it. So I'm going to have to sell it, unfortunately, to get like more of a Kallax unit. But anyway, stop waffling, Sophie. I will give you a tour of the hot mess and our starting point for this studio makeover. Okay, here we are. So this is my landing, the airing cupboard, little boy's room. And then we come in. This is what we're dealing with, guys. This is the hot mess. There is my art studio / office. My husband uses this as well when he works from home, bless him. Hasn't got much room. There's the big piece of art I was telling you about that I was looking at when I was chatting to you. There's a little stand next to Bumblebutt that you were sat on just now. On this beautiful sideboard, I've had this sideboard since I left home. I got it as one of my first pieces of furniture that I bought when I left home and moved into my own place. It is a beautiful, solid piece of furniture, and I'm sure in the future I will think, oh, I wish I'd kept it. But right now, I just don't have room for it. I don't want to put it in the garage where it'll get kind of dusty and damp. I think it's much better to sell it on to somebody who's going to love it and put it in pride of place in their home, and we can use the money to get some better storage solutions. Because as you can see, although it has like drawers, the drawers aren't that. I wonder if I can show you. This is my art supply drawer. Look, filled to the brim with paints and things, and it's quite, quite sturdy, but not much room for storage. So we're going to get rid of that one. So that's going to be the plan on Friday morning, to empty that. This bag of stuff is the stuff that I got for Christmas. Like, I haven't even unpacked it. That's my Mother's Day presents. The hedgehog here was a present from, a Valentine present from my little boy. Lots of little trinkets. Obviously, you've got my gallery wall. So I'm going to be keeping it, but it might not be on that wall. My calendar that still says March, even though we're in April. I need to change that. So this is my desk, and you can see it's filled with rubbish. My little drawers are filled with rubbish. If I move my chair, I have 4 cubes down here, equally filled with rubbish. Again, this is what I say about dumping ground. So all the Easter egg hunt stuff for my little boy for Easter is down there, so he doesn't see it, because where else do you put it? I have a little set of drawers here, but it's not great for storage, really. So yeah, I don't have much room for art, really. And then we go, that's the landing. So over here you have the desk. This is a beautiful desk. Again, this is one of the other pieces of furniture I bought when I first moved out. It's got like a leather top here. Beautiful. This is going nowhere, because that does have decent storage, although we do need to utilize it. Piles of stuff on here. We got like this new keyboard, you hear that? Very aesthetically pleasing, good ASMR. So that's going to be staying, but we're just going to need to update it a little bit. And then behind the door, we do have a bookcase. That's probably going to largely stay the same. Because I have done like little mini studio makeover tours over time, which I filmed and like kind of tidy ups, but it's not really changed the lack of storage solutions. And like when you walk in, like this is what you see. Like, is that inspiring? Absolutely not. So we need to sort this out. So this is the before, and I'm really hoping this is going to be a dramatic change. Of this pink caddy here is like a trolley that's full of like largely stationery products. Although I do have some Christmas baubles on the side here, but most of that is did I say stationery? I mean packaging. Like we've got envelopes, got my scales, got all of my stickers that I do, and tissue paper and stuff. But anyhow, this is the hot mess that is my studio. Okay, guys, so that is the hot mess studio. So before we get going, like I said this morning, I kind of just want to like sort out few little bits of things, and then Friday will be the day where we really start decluttering, getting the sideboard cleared so we can put that on Facebook Marketplace and get that sold so that we can use the money to then buy a better storage solution. That's all going to be happening over the weekend. So on Saturday, my parents are going to have little man for the day, and me and hubby are going to blitz this room, hopefully put together a new storage solution. And so to give you a bit of context, this Sunday is Palm Sunday, the Sunday before Easter. So if I don't get it all done next week, the weekend, obviously we're going to have a long weekend, Good Friday, Easter Monday, hubby's going to be home, so we can kind of finish off little bits that we need to then. And then next week I'll also be going to the scrap store with everything we sort out. So I'm going to take you on the full journey for the next couple of weeks over Easter, what we're getting done. And typically it's really warm. The weather is finally becoming sunny and a bit warmer in the UK, which I'm not complaining about. For the Easter holidays, try and get the kids outdoor. It's amazing. However, probably not the best weather to be doing kind of removals and stuff and moving around because it's a bit stuffy. However, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to be that person. Anyhow, I've got 2 pink packages here I want to share with you. So the first one is from my lovely friend Bev, who I mention all the time in this vlog. Ms. Bev creates on YouTube. Please go and check out her vlogs. Really, really cool vlogs. She shows you like the whole process of making her products. And she has released this little goodie box for Administrative Day. I think I'm saying that correctly. We don't celebrate it here in the UK, as far as I'm aware. Never heard of us celebrating it. However, they do in the US, and they celebrate admin assistants or kind of office staff, and she's called it My Girl Friday, and she's drawn this beautiful illustration, and there's so many good products in this box. Do you know what, when I first unboxed it, I filmed like a little reel for Instagram that showed you all the products, and a lot more beautifully than I'm probably going to do here. So I'm going to insert that clip now for you to see all the products you get in this box. It's like crazy amount, so I'm going to insert that now. So as you can see, there's so many cool products in this box. I took some of them out already because I've already been using them at work. But I love this little clip. I think this could make like a really cool feature somewhere in the studio. I think that would look really cool. The thing that I'm most amazed about is this enamel pin. Look at the glitter. And watching the process of how easy it was for Bev to create this pin with her manufacturer, or she made it look easy anyway. It has really fueled me to do my first enamel pin this year. Somehow, some way, I need to make it happen. Financially, it's a bit of a struggle, and I don't want to do a Kickstarter because I just don't have the time to commit to that. But I am going to make it happen because it's beautiful, this pin. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the size as well. And I love the glitter. So yeah, thank you very much, Bev, for that one. Please, if you have any admin assistance, or if you're an administrative assistant yourself, I was looking at this box because I work in the school office. And like I said, I've been using the bookmark definitely in my notebooks to look where I'm going, where I'm to in my notebook. I've put the stickers on my stationery on my desk, so everyone knows it's my notebook now and my diary. So yeah, highly recommend gifting this. The date may have already gone by the time, like the celebration day may have already gone by the time this video goes out. But I'm hoping that at least some of the elements will still be available in her shop. I apologise if it's not, because I just tried to sell you something that now is no longer available. But if they're not available, please reach out to Ms. Bev, because she is such a beautiful, kind-hearted lady. I'm sure she'd sort you out with something. So yeah, really, really pleased with those. And the next product is from Catnip, and my lovely husband surprised me with Marshy! Look how adorable Marshy is. Because I've already got, sit next to my little camera, Bumblebutt. They now have a friend. Oh, honestly, I can't tell you how cute little Space Marshy is. How soft. I love the gold little chains. And I've already decided, I was telling my husband, and he doesn't understand, but he humours me, bless him, that Bumblebutt is going to be coming on holiday with us to the Lake District next month. And then Marshy is coming on holiday with us in the summer when we're going to Big Church Festival and also visiting parts of Sussex, and we're going back to Hampton Court Palace. We're doing a week tour thing. So Marshy will be coming in. So they're both going to have a little holiday, and I'll be able to take cute photos of them in different locations. And I'm already very excited about them. So cute. Yeah, I can't express to you enough how cute they are. So this is the other thing why I want to make over the studio, to have room to display all these little cute items, because they just make me happy when I look at them. And I've got like little jelly cats up here that don't have room, little crocheted items, like my little boy got me my little cuddly, and I have nowhere to put these things. So I need to find better storage solutions and just make this a really nice space to be in. So with that being said, I probably won't film any more today, but I will try and remember to get my camera out tomorrow when me, my mum and little man go out. We're going to make a whole day of it. We're going to have lunch out and things. And hopefully I'll be able to get some really cute bits. So that's tomorrow. I will show you what I got on Friday, and on Friday we'll start decluttering, undoing, I don't know what I'm trying to say. We're going to sort out the dresser, and then I'll try and film as much as I can of the actual studio makeover process. And then hopefully at the end of it, we'll have a really nice space. So yeah, I will speak to you again on Friday. And hopefully we'll get some nice cute bits tomorrow.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine.
Okay guys, so it's now Friday the 11th of April. I've got my little goodies to share with you, and we have a couple of hours in the studio this morning. Actually, I think it's less than that now, about an hour and a half before I need to go. and get little man from nursery. So today the main objective is to clear the sideboard that's in front of me that you're sitting on, take pictures of it so that we can put it up online, so hopefully somebody can come and collect it tomorrow. And then tomorrow morning, I've got my hair cut. So hubby's going to drop me off at the hairdresser's, then drop little man off at my parents, who's going to look after him for the day. Go and get this we've ordered a cube storage from Argos, which is the same place we got my desk. If you watched the original Studio Makeover like video, which I think was like my second video on the channel, when I moved out of the shed into here, we bought this desk. It's a corner desk, and it's a black corner desk from Argos. It's got 4 cube storage on the side and a desk there. So we've got a cube storage that will hopefully match it. So basically the idea is to continue the desk, but I think we're going to move my desk, my art desk, to under the window, so the desk is going to be here, which you're sitting on. So hopefully that will work. It'll hopefully give me a good amount of light, and then the computer desk will be next to the art desk, and then we'll have storage along this wall. That's the plan. So hubby's going to pick that up from Argos, come and get me from the hairdressers, and we're going to come home, and then he can be making up the flat pack in little man's room. My husband's really good at flat packs. He actually enjoys it, but he likes to be left to it, doesn't want to be interrupted, which is fine by me because I hate flat packs. So I'll be in here, basically gutting the room, having a good sort out what we're going to take to the scrap store next week, what was going to be chucked and what I'm going to keep. And then, yeah, we'll see how far we get tomorrow. We just really want to get all the furniture removal done whilst little man's not here, and then little bits I can do over next week and Easter weekend. So hopefully by next weekend I'll be able to give you a tour of the final studio. So that is where we are. I've just wanted to fill you in because I don't know when I'm actually going to chat to the camera again. It might not be until right at the end of the video, but I am going to film as much as I can of sorting out, but it does slow me down, so I'm not going to film all of it. I will definitely take you to the scrap store because I just want to show you what I'm talking about so you get a better idea. And yeah, but let me just show you a few bits that I've got already. So I've got some cube storage because now we've decided that we're going to do get a cube storage containers. I have got, so the wall in here is green. I think you just see it on the side of the camera there. So it was actually green when we moved in. This was a nursery when we first bought the house, and we've just never decorated. But my logo is, it's not this green because this is more of like a limey green. Yeah, I guess you would say that. My logo is more of a sage green, but we're working with it because I love pink, and the other colour in my logo is pink. So obviously I naturally have quite a lot of pink stuff in this room anyway because it's my favourite colour. So I'm just working with the green and pink. So I have got this storage cube. So I've got 2 of these, and then I've also got 2 of these. These are from the range. And I think they're going to look really cute, especially in the cube storage, because the cube storage is black to match the desk. And we've gone with black, and we originally went with black because of that old desk that my computer sits on that I showed you earlier, and because that's a dark brown wood. And my printer's black and our monitors are black. So like, I watch other people's studios and I would love to have a white aesthetic and this clean lines, but that's not what I've got. And I'm not going to chuck everything out just for that. So I'm going to work with what I've got. So I'm going to have more black furniture, but then it'll mean that the greens and the pinks and all the other light colours will pop. So I think it will look really nice. So going kind of a bit industrial vibes with the woods and the blacks, and then with the lighter accent colours. And then from a B&M, so this is actually a bath mat, but I think it's going to look really cute because I don't have much room. So all the other rugs were like too big, but this is, you can see it in the picture, it's like this scalloped edged rug. It's a bath mat, but I think it'll look really cool. So on the flat side, because it's a bath mat, it's got like a little bit of grips, which I think will be like work well in here. It's going to stay still. It was only £6, so I'm excited to have that on the floor. So that'll look really, really nice. And then I got like a couple of these collapsible storage crates. I see a lot of people having those. Again, with the green vibes. I got for £2, I got this ceramic vase. So I'm either going to use this as a water jug or to put pens in and things. So I thought that was really cute. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but this is actually like a really pale beigey green. For £2.50, I got this, which is meant to be a toothbrush holder, but again for pens and pencils and paintbrushes and things like that. So that will be really good. I got this little white one, little basket. My parents are actually getting me some more things like this today because Aldi, the supermarket, is having in their middle aisle their special buys, which are dangerous because you end up spending loads of money in there. Well, at least I do. They have got a storage event on today, so they're going to get me some more like pots like this because I would love to have more of my products on show on the shelves. At the moment, they are packed away in boxes and things, and I would love to have them out. So that's my idea. If I have room, if I don't have room, then they'll stay away, and I'd rather have my art supplies obviously on the easy hand. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So I got this one. I got this one, which is a bit like odd, but I thought again might be quite good for pencils or paintbrushes or something. And then 2 more bowls, so like a green one like this, and then a pink one like this. So all kind of really cheap. These were like £1 each. I don't think you can really go wrong with that. So a few little cute things. So we're going on the pink and green vibe. So now I need to sort out the sideboard, and like I said, tomorrow we will do the massive clear out, and then we'll see where we are. I'm kind of like, it's one of those things that I know I'm going to be so happy once it's done, but like I'm already losing motivation. Just the thought of like sorting out and it just being a massive mess. I think I'll be better tomorrow because tomorrow we've got the whole day. Like we're not picking our little boy back up until like 3:30 in the afternoon, so we've got a good chunk of time. So I don't mind making a mess, but I know today, I know I've got to clear out that sideboard, but then I'm going to have to move everything, put everything back into this room again for overnight, and it's just kind of like I'm not, and I've only got like an hour and a half. So like I'm probably just as I start getting going, I'm going to have to stop. So it kind of puts me off before I even start. But hey ho, that's just me procrastinating. Let's get started. Let's just see where we get to with the drawers. I think the top drawer that I showed you with all my art supplies, that's pretty much just going to go into one of those cube storages anyway. So all of my art supplies can be in one place. Although later on I might take some of the pencils out of tins and put them into the pot. I just think it'll be easier to use. I'm more likely going to go to those pencils if I can see them. But we'll just see how we go. It depends how much room I've got. I'm not going to really know that until we move the desk around and put the storage in tomorrow. I am just yabbering. I'm procrastinating, trying to put off sorting. Let's just get on to it, and I will chat to you at some point. It might not be to the end of the video. I might give you my thoughts partway through. Who knows?
ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be
So here I am sitting in my finished studio. It is now the Thursday, the 17th of April, Maundy Thursday, so the following Thursday. So it didn't take that long to get started. I know I started talking to you on last Tuesday, but really we got going on Friday. So in under a week, we have transformed the studio. I am currently sitting at my new art desk. Well, it's my old art desk, but in a new location because I'm under the window. So much more natural light. Let me flick the camera around and let me give you a studio tour. Okay, so here we are in the new art studio. Can you believe how different it looks? Like, how much more room does there seem? Like, it's the same footprint, but looks completely different. So, okay, so let me talk you through. So we've got a nice new rug on the floor. I think that works really, really well. A lot of room, isn't going to interfere with either chair. Then as you come in, we still have my same little trolley with all of my packing supplies in. And behind that, you've got my drawing board. And then you have my, down here, these are my like plein air travel art supplies. Tucked away in there, you have my 2 easels, my camera tripod, and my big art folders. And as we move up, we have my You Are What You Make. So a lot of this stuff I already have, but they've just been moved around. So that was over by the computer before. This is a little watercolor of some lemons that I painted. And up here we have my canvas piece that I did for my first art exhibition. It's so good to have more of my own art on the walls, and then the S and the little Bioverse plaque have stayed in the same place. And then over here, the gallery wall has changed around, but it's still on the same wall. And this is the new unit. So this is a 3x3 kind of, it's like Kayak style, but it's from Argos. It was £70. And I think it's a good bargain. It's really sturdy, like, so it's not like cheaply made. And I've got 4 cube storage. So let me talk you through what we got here, because we now actually have my products on display, which is what I really wanted. So in the top one, we've got all of my art projects, see them there. Then down here we have, so this is all of my glues from my hot glue gun and some sparkles that I put into paint. we have craft glue, and we have fixative spray, and we have my gold leaf in here and my painting sponges. Then down in this one, we've got all of my acrylic paints. Here is my sticker storage and my supplies for my art journaling kit that's available on Etsy. Up here we have more art projects, and then here we have my notebooks in one crate. And then here we have my magnetic bookmarks and my sticker packs. And then down here we have more art supplies. So this is all the stuff that was in that first drawer of my other unit. So we have my pro markers, and underneath you have like kind of all my pencils and paints. These cube storage are really good. You can keep so much stuff in there, so much more kind of useful than those drawers on that other unit. Then here we have all of my different key rings, my postcard prints, and then we have my mystery bags there at the back. Up here we have my double-sided prints, so that's on this kind of plate storage. Then we have my Easter hanging decoration. And as we go up here to the top, we have these ones. So these are the ones that I got from Aldi. Got a set of 4 of these, and this was just like a glass jar. I already had it on my desk before, but it was a gift set that had like lip salve in it for Christmas. That's got watercolor paints in it for now. And I've got my big Poscas, my Tombow markers, and a couple of these Pilot markers. These are the rest of my Posca markers. My separate pro marker, separate to the other set than those down there, and a various assortment of coloured pencils. There's Dirtwork ones in there, there's Prismacolor, there's Posca coloured pencils, a bit of a mixture, and some blending sticks at the front. So I'm really, really happy with how that turned out. I've still got my same storage here, but I've labelled it. So I've got my A4 prints in here, A5 prints. I just started printing off some of the prints that's going to be going live for the eHearts market. Work in progress. And then this is where my freebie stickers are and my thank you cards, so it makes it easier to package. And round here on my desk, again, that 2 section storage that I showed you that's meant to be for toothbrushes. I've got my paintbrushes in there, and then my long paintbrushes are in the paintbrush stand. And this desk tidy that I already had, I tidied it up, so I've got all my just general pens at the back, a lot of Pritt Stick. I do not need to buy any more of those. And then clips that keeps my pages of my books open. And at the back is my current sketchbooks that I'm working through. Got my lamp. I've got that little jar there. That's going to be my new water jug. Got my glue gun, washi tapes. Made use of my little container. So I've got my Neo colours in here. I've just got paint, pencil sharpeners, and my small scissors, and some rubbers in there. And then these are my oil pastels and some graphite sticks there. I've got my light tripod here. Just switched up the window slightly just to get a bit more light. It's so nice having my desk actually under the window. So much more light. And here I've got my calendar, which is now turned to April, the correct month, with my sales tracker, and then my little Emily Harvey. That was the little bingo sheet we did at the start of the year. I've managed to tick off 2 so far, so quite happy with that one. So let me just quickly talk you through the gallery wall before I switch you over to my desk. So in the middle, we've got that painting that we did together for the recent art exhibition / competition that I took part in. Then over here, so this one is an old drawing that I done on one of the workshops I did. I think it was called Spring Greening. I think that there's a video on that on the channel. And up here, this is Apple Cheeks, Katie Moody, Apple Cheeks again, Emily Harvey Art. And then down here we have Art with M, Lee Ellickson. Then we've got My Little Bee that we painted together. Lee Ellickson. This is Pintada Designs, Lee Ellickson. I think this is Joy. I actually filmed the unboxing of that print, so you can go back and look at that. And this is Pintada. So a nice selection on my gallery wall. And then if we go around here, I've got both of my desks together now. So I've kept my same nice wooden desk, got a bit more room. These two prints are now together. So this print was previously on the other walls, but now they're together by the same artist. So it's nice to have them both together. And then my neon sign is now over here. And I've just kind of moved a few of my pictures around. So at the top that's a sea glass picture that I did, and a charcoal picture that I did plein air. And this heart, me and my husband made together during lockdown. It's all the sticks we collected on our daily walks that you had to do. Remember that? So this is the final studio. I can't believe how much more room it feels like I've got in here, when really I haven't really moved too much around. And like I said, the unit was £70, and then I did buy those few bits from B&M that I showed you, and those few bits from Aldi. But apart from that, that is all we've spent on this office makeover. The desks were already here. Oh, I forgot to show you. So that little unit that I used to have by the door now tucks neatly under here. Then here I've got my bookmarks. So bookmarks, more bookmarks. Then here I've got my sticker sheets, and I just got some organza bags at the bottom there. And under here, show you my other storage. So I've got this so this is where the desk ends and the new unit starts. So we flipped it. Previously the square storage was on the other side, so we flipped it. Then here we have all of my like journaling supplies, my tape, and my label maker. Down here, this is my box of stock for the shop in Wells, and some display stands for the shop. Stay tuned, there's going to be a whole video on that shop set up soon. Down here is my sticker paper and grey board and things like that for my prints. And up here on the left are my finished sketchbooks, and on the right are just some art books. Yes, that is the finished studio. Honestly, I feel a bit silly that I didn't have my desk under the window before, because it made so much sense. But I think I was just desperately trying to hang on to that old unit that we had, because I loved it. We managed to sell it. We sold it for 30 quid, which is absolute steal, because it's a really heavy bit of furniture, but equally we wanted it to be collected. So we had to sell it for a bit cheaper. And like I said, this new cube storage was £70. So it went towards that. So yes, my new studio. I'm just so excited. I love coming in here. I love having my big pieces on the walls behind me. You can see it. It's nice having it on the wall behind me, and my other big piece here. It's nice to have my own art on the wall. I find it really inspirational. Even the computer desk looks, got a bit of a glow up with the neon sign next to it. So even when hubby's in here working from home, I think he'll enjoy it a lot more. So I'm just really excited about the art I can create in here. Everything's just so much more accessible. Like, I've got my pens up here, I've got my Neo colours there, my paints down there. Everything's labelled. I know where everything is. I've had a good sort out, a good clear out. In that video of the scrap store, the two big blue Aldi bags were mine, and the two white bin bags that I donated were mine, that I took to the scrap store. It's such a great cause there. The little cafe as well gives work experience for the adults with learning difficulties, and all the money they make from the art supplies and the cafe goes back into the charity that helps support them. So it's such an amazing cause, and nice to know that my used and unused art supplies are now going to find a good home. So yes, I've had a real, it got to the point where, when I showed the clip of everything on our bed in our bedroom after we took it all out of this room, don't know how I managed to fit all of this in this room. That was quite impressive, actually. I did look at it and I felt really overwhelmed, and I said to my husband, I don't actually even know where to begin. So I was questioning my life choices at that point, but I'm so glad we powered through. We just split up into bite-sized pieces, just slowly chipped away at it. We got the majority done on that Saturday, and then I've just been in here every evening just doing little bits. And last night my husband finished off by doing the like the framed art, moving that over. So yeah, I'm really, really happy. I hope you enjoyed seeing the transformation. It's certainly a transformation. When I look back at the before photo, because I took a photo that I want to use as part of the thumbnail, like a before and after, and I actually couldn't believe the difference. I was like, wow, it was so bad before, and now it just feels like so much more space and more space to create, which gets me excited for things to create. So I've got lots of cool videos coming for you. So I think the next couple of videos, the eHearts market is coming up in a couple of weeks. It hasn't been officially announced yet, but you know that they always happen in May and November, so you know it's coming up. So I can't say the dates yet because it hasn't been officially announced, but I will be taking part in eHearts market. So I'm going to film the run up to it, and I'm going to film the market itself, and then we'll go over how much I made and things like that. So that's going to be one of the next videos coming. Also, I've been tracking my whole progress of setting up my products in a physical store, so I'm going to show you the process of that, and again share with you how much I've made in the first 3 months. So that's coming. What else is coming? We're starting to get ready to run our very own craft fair. The first fair is in June or July, I can't quite remember. So I'm filming that as we go, so that'll be more out in the summer. Next month, we've got our trip to the Lake District. I'm going to be filming that for you. There's so many things coming, and I've got some idea for some new products as well, which I want to share. So if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, because I've got so many exciting things, and just having a new studio space has just filled me with so much inspiration, and I just want to get going. So thank you for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Really does make the difference, and I will join you in the next one. God bless. Love you. Bye.